Hey guys, hey to my daily AMers. I want to try something new. I'm going to make an extra video every Friday and talk about the news that kind of made me sit up and think or made me happy for the week and just news in the week. I don't know how long I'll make these videos. I think it'll be a little over 10 minutes. Depends on what you guys like. So hopefully this will get me more subscribers, maybe more people onto the vlog maybe. I hate to say a lot of it might be animal stuff, because do you remember, guys, I'm an animal welfare advocate. But one of the things that infuriates me is what I'm going to talk about tonight. He's coming to Grand Rapids, guys. I kind of want to protest in front of his, I would love to see some people protest in front of his engagement. I will be right out there with you guys. Cesar Millan is coming to Grand Rapids. Yeah, not that happy about that. Not happy at all. And I'm going to give you guys some background. I don't come without evidence. We had lunch a little while ago with a friend of ours, and actually I just Googled it. And this is the Dodo, which is a animal welfare group, and its motto is for the love of animals. A while back, Cesar Millan does all these tours, which, if you buy a ticket, why? He's a big bully of dogs, guys. Really? You want to support a bully? You're a sick individual. He was in Germany, and apparently to handle dogs in front of people and call yourself a trainer, you have to pass an exam, which I think is very, very smart, and I like Germany for this. And we were having this discussion with our friend, and she's not a big fan of Cesar Millan either. And I'm going to read you guys this article that's on the Dodo about this. And actually, I just Googled Cesar Millan, Germany, and you'll find it. It was like the top thing on my thing. And apparently this came from a German magazine to the Dodo. And it reported that Cesar Millan, presenter of National Geographic's hugely popular and equally decisive show, The Dog Whisperer, would not be allowed to train dogs in Germany because he failed to pass the required exam. Really? This will not come as a surprise to Millan's many critics who point to his training techniques as proof of his lack of knowledge. Now, the examples that they're going to give, I have to massively agree, and I hope it makes you sit up and think, to all my Cesar Millan supporters. For example, he often fails to properly characterize a dog's behavior. He frequently describes stressed out, shut down dogs as calm. He also claims that dogs have a similar pack mentality to wolves, which he claims to justify his use of harsh physical punishments to create submission. According to this article, Millan's team put in an urgent application for a license to train dogs so that he could do hands-on demonstrations at a show in Hanover. Millan took the test with the help of an interpreter, but failed to meet the required standards. Although the show will still go ahead, Millan will not be legally permitted to touch any dogs in a professional capacity. He will effectively be muzzled. They were trying to be funny there, which would be fun. Despite the professional training world being pretty much in agreement that the Dog Whisperer is a fraud, which this made me think. I mean, the professional training world is pretty much in agreement? That's awesome that he's a fraud. Animal abuse at worst. Millan's popularity on and off the air is still high. One of the reasons for this is a lack of regulation of the dog training industry as a whole. Germany is the only country to have enacted a law to make dog training a protected profession, meaning that an exam has to be passed before a person can call herself or himself a dog trainer. If regulation were to happen in the United States, we could ensure that trainers using outdated, inhumane, and ineffective methods like Cesar Millan's no longer had access to employment in the field. We could ensure that all trainers had a basic knowledge of animal welfare, dog behavior, and learning theory. This would benefit dogs as well as their guardians, who at the moment are faced with a training market saturated with quick fix claims, flashy adverts, and underhanded tactics with very little guidance how to tell the charlatans from the true experts. It's time to follow Germany's lead and adopt a standard of regulation for dog trainers. Maybe then the likes of Cesar Millan will have to find another day job. I have to agree with that. I am not a huge Cesar Millan fan, and which is going to make me sound like a big B word, but that's, no. I've never watched his show. I will never watch his show, and I really hoped by ignoring him he would go away and more people would go away, and it sounds like I'm a big supporter because apparently he had I have a lot of people who think the same way. Apparently he had an incident on his stupid 911 show where a dog got loose from him while he was trying to desensitize this dog named Simon to a pot-bellied pig, which apparently this woman owns a bunch of pot-bellied pigs, and he's killed one of them, and supposedly one of the handlers was holding the pot-bellied pig by the back legs, and it was causing the pig to squeal, which got the dog overworked, and the dog got loose, which doesn't shock me because Cesar Millan's an incompetent moron. And the dog attacked the pig. According to the people, he was fine and blah blah blah, but there was a lot of blood. And apparently, because there are some people, animal welfare people out there who don't like Cesar Millan and want him off the air. They got 10,000 signatures to get him off the air. I don't know if Nat Geo will, go with that, but I'd love to see it, and I love that they got 10,000 signatures, and I will be one of those signatures. I'd love to sign it. I'm gonna protest. I'd protest in front of the Cesar Millan show before I go in there. Yeah. Tell you, Cesar Millan, I'm gonna get raked through the coals for that one. I don't care though. Professional dog trainers, guys, are saying he's a fraud, and at worst, an animal abuser. See, Amber's Corner. It's gonna be a thinker. Alright, on to lighter things. Yesterday, we went to go see The Champions, as I was trying to tell you guys. Tug put it on. Apparently had been to a bunch of film festivals and I won a bunch of awards, which I think is awesome. I was really excited about seeing this movie from when I saw the trailer, because I bawled like a baby watching the trailer. I know everybody knows about the Michael Vick dogfighting ring, and you don't really get to hear about the dogs a lot, and this woman went and did a documentary on the dogs, and it's awesome. It was awesome. Like, I was crying happy tears the whole time. It was sad tears because I learned a lot of more stuff about Michael Vick and what he did that made me just dislike him immensely more, and made me happier that those people were protesting in front of the stadium for the Pittsburgh Steelers every home game. It made me respect them so much more. The fact that he was taking his children's family pets, which he has another one now, and was, back then throwing them into the ring and, doing awful things to them and laughing about it. That was something that just, I don't want to say it made me hate him more. It just made me, I don't have any respect for him at all anyway, but I have now a lower standard of him, and I wish he was never allowed to bring a dog into his home. Ugh, it made me sick. It really made me sick. On to lighter things. The big chunk of it, a little tiny bit, which is all he's allowed, was Michael Vick, because I hate to say he is the beginner of all this. And any respect I did have for PETA, I lost it completely. I really didn't have very much high standard of PETA, but I kind of lost my PETA respect after watching this movie too. And that they're still sticking to their guns, that all dogs seized from a dogfighting ring need to be put down, was just something that, no, I'm done with you. I don't want to be part of, I don't want to ever be, utter that name, PETA. But then you got into the meat of it, and they were talking about these awesome families that were so understanding, and so, I'm gonna cry, so amazing, and brought these dogs into their homes, and like Johnny Just, oh my god, I fell in love with him. he's the cutest little guy ever. And watching Little Red's mom and what she said, you know, toward the end of the movie, that she needed a second chance to just kind of recuperate and, you know, heal from what she was forced to endure, it was amazing. And I had to agree with her. And I'm gonna cry. And just watching all these families and how happy they are with their great dogs, and seeing that they are living with other animals. And the Humane Society of the United States leader, I was very disappointed to hear him say that they would never live with, you know, other animals. And you see these dogs, I mean, they're hanging out with cats, and Mel's got a friend who's a cat, and he's a great dog. And you see another one, Cherry, he's licking the cat, and they're best friends. And, you know, they've got dogs to play with, and other, you know, and they're all, a good chunk of them are all therapy dogs, and they're proving everybody wrong. So if you guys get a chance, take tissues with you, though. If you're a big baby like me and you love stories like this and it makes you cry happy tears, I suggest that you guys bring tissues, because it was a great documentary. I loved it. It was so amazing. I just made me want to meet these people more. I would love to meet these people and, you know, do stuff like that. Actually, I'd love to meet the creator of the movie. That'd be great too. So, actually, there was an awesome Q&A afterward with the West Michigan Humane Society in Harbor, and he works with Best Friends, a worker from Best Friends. And actually, we got to meet a couple people from Best Friends, and one of them started volunteering out at Mackenzie's on Saturdays. So that's awesome. We were so happy to hear that. So from crappy news to, you know, with Cesar Millan to this made me happy, guys. I love it. It was an amazing movie. I definitely I'm sorry. I definitely loved it, but I'm a huge pit bull advocate. If you guys are ever wondering and you want real information about pit bulls, and I know a lot of people that do this, go to badrap.org. They will inform you so much. They will give you so much great information about pit bulls. And if I get my way, I'll be bringing my Howie home. So definitely, if you guys have any questions, I will try to find out anything about anything that you guys want to know about pit bulls, anything at all. And I am a huge advocate. Actually, they had a petition going around to pass a bill that ends breed-specific legislation in Michigan. Yes, that'll be awesome. So I got to sign that petition, so I felt awesome after that. Because right now, yeah, we'll talk about that another day. So, alright. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and definitely I will talk to you guys more next week when I'm a little bit more prepared. This was just kind of on the fly. So I hope you guys enjoy in Amber's Corner for tonight. Yeah, alright. Good night, guys.